Hey guys, it is week 9 of my YouTube monetization journey and I am tired. Oh my God, I'm so tired, you guys. I have been grinding pretty hard nonstop at full speed, 7 days a week, all day for the last 9 weeks, and man, I'm really feeling it. You know, I've got this challenge of getting monetized in 10 weeks. I'm down to this last week here, one more week left, and it's kind of killing me. The other day, I was so tired, I was just crying, and I wasn't sad. It was just this physical response that, you know, my body was just telling me, you gotta slow down here. And the eye strain is real. The eye strain has been really getting to me. I got these cheapy glasses, blue light glasses from Amazon, but I don't feel like they're doing anything, and they might even be hurting more than they're helping. So if anybody has any tips on eye strain or specific blue light glasses that you recommend, or computer eye strain glasses, please let me know, because it's pretty bad. So I actually did take the last 2 days off, which is the first 2 days I've taken off in several weeks. I went to a day of mindfulness at a local Buddhist monastery, and that was really just a lovely break and way to slow down. And then the next day, I thought I'd get right back to it, but I was still really tired. My body was still saying no, so I honored that. And I went for a spa day. I went to a Korean day spa, got a body scrub and massage, and went in the sauna and the hot tub, and that was just amazing. God, I wish I could do that every week. So I really didn't script this video. I'm just kind of winging it. Hopefully I don't ramble, but we'll see how it goes. But you know, you really do need to take breaks, even if you're on this goal toward monetization. And you know, I thought about this. I didn't leave my 9-to-5 job that had me burnt out and exhausted all the time to go to another thing that just leaves me burnt out and exhausted. And the thing, I kind of justified it by saying, well, this is a goal for myself. I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing it for a paycheck. And I actually like it. I actually like the process. So while I was doing it, I wasn't hating it, but I was just so tired. And that's the thing. It takes a physical toll. And I'm 56. You know, I'm not 30. My body can't withstand what it used to. So I definitely need to take breaks. You do too. It's good to push yourself, but not to the point where your body's breaking down. And my tip of the week is going to be about thumbnails. And this is something that I have not heard anybody talk about. And I've watched hundreds of thumbnail videos, tutorials, teachings. I have not heard anybody talk about this, but I know this is gonna help you. If you struggle with thumbnails, this is gonna help you. All right, so let's talk about what happened this week. So I posted 2 videos, as I usually do, one of these monetization videos, and nobody is even watching these videos, but I'm still glad I'm doing it. I'm doing it for myself, really, to keep myself motivated and keep myself honest. And then the other video I posted was for, you know, kind of my core theme, which is for women over 50 trying to reinvent themselves. But the video I posted, it did really well at first for the first 3 days. It got a 1 out of 10, and what that means is it performed better in the first 2 or 3 days than the other videos I'd posted on my channel. So that was really good. But then after day 3, it just flatlined. So I don't know what happened. Well, actually, I kind of do know it. I think I do know what happened, and I'll talk about that in the metrics, because the numbers were actually pretty good, but it was a little bit of an audience thing. I think more men were watching, and I'll show you again in the metrics when we get in there. But all in all, my views really went down a lot last week. So I had the viral video, and that was really pushing, you know, a lot of momentum. I was getting lots of subscribers. I hit that 1K subscriber mark. So if I want to get monetized in the next week, things are going to have to pick up by a lot. Now, my tip of the week is going to be about thumbnail design. A lot of people I know struggle with thumbnail design. This is actually going to help you if you're designing anything, you know, graphics for your YouTube videos or really anything. This is going to be key. The one thing that I always notice, I'm in a couple of YouTube communities, digital communities, and a lot of times creators will post their thumbnails and ask for feedback. And something I've noticed is that most people just don't understand the basic principles of design, which makes sense because we're not graphic designers. Most of us are not trained in graphic design, but there are some very key basic principles that are going to go such a long way with your thumbnail design. A lot of times I will see thumbnail designs that just the type is too small, or it's wrong, or they're mixing fonts, or the colors aren't contrasting enough. And a lot of these are just basic design principles. So I'm going to share this book. This is an old version of this book. It says the Non-Designer's Web Book, because I got this in like 2006 when I was working for the marketing department of a magazine, and I had to make PowerPoint presentations. So I wanted to know how to level them up and how to design them better. This is Web Book. There's a new edition now. It's really called the Non-Designer's Design Book. So this is a book specifically for people who are not graphic designers, but maybe need to use some design and can really benefit from basic design principles. So I highly recommend this. This goes through things like alignment. Alignment was one of the biggest lessons that I learned that leveled up my design so much. Contrast, font theory, just all proportions, just the basic stuff. You're not going to be a full-on professional graphic designer after reading this, but this is really going to help you level up your thumbnails just in a basic way. So I highly recommend this book. Actually, I recommend the updated version of this book because this one is old, and this is Web Book. Now everything is for the web, and it still just contains very core principles that never change. All right, now I'm going to take you into YouTube Studio. I'll show you what numbers I'm looking at and how close or far I am toward getting monetized. Will I make it? Let's see. Hello, here we are in YouTube Studio. So let's take a look at what numbers I am working with today. And let's start here with subscribers. So 1.6 thousand subscribers. So, you know, I have met that criteria. I have gone above the 1,000 subscribers that I need to join the YouTube Partner Program. Now, watch time hours is the big one here that I'm still working towards. So 2.7 thousand watch hours is what I have for the lifetime of my channel. So I still need 1.3 thousand in the next week in order to reach, well, I need 1.3 thousand to reach monetization. My goal is to hit it in 10 weeks. This is week 9, so I've got 1 week left to hit my goal. So this is what's going on with the graph too. Just look here, everything kind of went up. There's one point where I was getting almost 6,000 views in one day. Now it's down to 1,199. So, you know, this was the viral video that was pushing all of this, and then it started losing steam. So if we keep going like this, I may not make it in a week unless there's a big uptick. You know, maybe one of my other videos will start taking off. Maybe the video I just published a couple days ago will do really well. Maybe this viral video will find new life. Who knows? I do want to share the one video that I posted this week. It was this one. You'll see here, it started out going up for the first 3 days, and then it just flatlined. So it kind of got stuck here in this 800. Even though the click-through rate 7.4, and in the first week it was actually more like 8%, which is huge. Average view duration was 251, which was about the same as usual. So that wasn't too great, but not horrible either. My viral video, by comparison, had a 4.2% click-through rate and average view duration. But what happened is, for this video, let's take a look at audience. Going here, we've got an audience of 55.8% female and 44.2% male. Now, on my overall channel, it's more like 75% female, 25% male, which makes sense. My videos are meant for women. I make videos for women, and I skew my content toward women. So I think what happened here is that men may have been attracted to the title and thumbnail first it said, the biggest lie about being single over 50. That's gender neutral, doesn't say men or women. So men may have been clicking on it, but then realized it really wasn't for them, and then they clicked out. And then they also didn't click on any of my other videos. Whereas with my viral video, I got a lot of subscribers out of it. I got a lot of people watching other videos on my channel, and YouTube likes to see that. YouTube likes to see people watching more videos and spending more hours on YouTube. So I think that is what happened here. I have changed the title to The Biggest Lie About Single Women Over 50 to make it more specific to women. It may be too late to save it, but who knows? I'm trying it. Okay, so now I'm going to take you into my YouTube metrics tracker. This is where I track week to week what's going on. So just to see the difference between week 8, okay, look at week 7 through week 9. So from week 7 to week 8, huge jump, more than doubled. And then from week 8 to week 9, it was cut in half in terms of, these are weekly views. So you'll see it like really, really peaked, and then it's come down. Subs gained also went way down. Last week it was 814. This week 278. Impressions also way down. 426,000 impressions last week. 2006 this week. So, you know, if I can get it back to kind of that trajectory between week 7 and week 8, then I'm looking good. If not, if it keeps going the way it has this week, I'm not going to make it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So wish me luck, and leave a comment below on what your biggest concerns are about YouTube, or biggest issues that you're having, whether it's thumbnails or analytics or anything at all. Would love to hear. So I honestly have no idea if I will get monetized next week. If we keep going at this pace that we did last week, I will not. But if things start to pick up, then there is a possibility. I feel like I'm getting so close, but I still don't really know. So be sure to stay tuned for next week and see if I made it. If you want to learn more about my YouTube monetization journey, I have a playlist below that you can check out. Also, watch this video next for more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.